Good morning, and welcome to your morning cereal.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Thursday. It's the fourth day of the week, and today is National First Love Day. And it's a day to remember your first butterflies, that first date, maybe that first spark of young love. And whether it ended up happily ever after or just with some nostalgic memories from years past, those people, well, they're building blocks that make us who we are today. And they probably taught us a little bit about what still warms our heart now. Now, our quote this morning comes from somebody who played some parts that maybe did believe in love at first sight, but maybe not true love or fidelity. Well, our quote this morning comes from James Gandolfini, who said, quote, "Those that want respect, they give respect." Well, that's pretty straightforward. You want to be treated with value and consideration? Well, show others those same qualities. Well, now that quote may have been a Tony Soprano quote, but it still works, right? Tony also said, "All this from a slice of gabagool?" End quote. Let that sink in. All right, well, today's news, facts, and birthdays are for September 18th. We're gonna start back in 1773. That's when U.S. President George Washington, he laid the cornerstone of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. Then moving up to 1947, that's when the Central Intelligence Agency, well, it officially came into existence after being established by President Truman. Then in 1970, on this date, the famed musician, at just age 27, Jimi Hendrix, he was found deceased in his hotel room in London. Then finally here in 1987, the thriller movie Fatal Attraction, it opened up in U.S. movie theaters. Now, this movie starred Michael Douglas and Glenn Close, and it won 6 Academy Award nods, and it provided just another reason to steer clear of infidelity. Well, happy birthday to you if today is your birthday. You share a birthday with legendary Barcelona soccer player Ronaldinho. He's 49 today. Actress, and forgive me, Will, for saying her name, Jada Pinkett Smith. She's just 54 today. And Livestrong infamy, Lance Armstrong, he's just 53 today. And lastly, actor and the crime boss you hated to love, the late James Gandolfini. He was born on this date in 1961. He would have only been 64. Well, the number one song on this date back in 1986 was "Take My Breath Away" by Berlin. And not only is this one of my top 5 songs, it is very apropos for National First Love Day, taking us all the way back to those very first butterflies and those first loves in the 80s and the 90s. Or if you're not feeling that, I know you're at least thinking about Tom Cruise, sunglasses, and a motorcycle. Either way, great song and greater nostalgia. By the way, "Take My Breath Away" won the Academy Award for Best Original Song. As well it should have. Love this song. Okay, moving from love and life to our friend Covey, who tells us that the real secret to lasting effectiveness isn't found in surges, it's found in balance. In the subchapter Balance and Renewal in Stephen R. Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he explores how sharpening the saw must happen across all dimensions of life, not just one of them. Now, Covey explains, quote, "Renewal must be balanced in all 4 dimensions of our nature: the physical, the spiritual, the mental, and the social emotional," end quote. And if we only emphasize one, say physical exercise, but we neglect reflection, we neglect relationships or learning, then we eventually burn out or we start feeling hollow. Balance ensures that growth in one area, it feeds and it supports all the other areas. Covey points out how interconnected these dimensions are. Physical health supports clear thinking. Mental development fuels emotional intelligence, and spiritual grounding provides perspective when challenges come. If one dimension is ignored, the whole system weakens. For example, Covey writes, quote, "Neglecting any one area negatively impacts the rest," end quote. That's why marathon hours at work without nurturing relationships or values, eventually that leaves people unfulfilled. And Covey uses the metaphor of the saw again here. If you sharpen only one side, the tool still won't cut well. A balanced approach creates harmony. This doesn't mean equal time in all dimensions every day, but rather more of a rhythm over time. Some seasons may lean more on physical, while others more on the emotional side. But balance across the weeks and across the months, that creates renewal that's sustainable. And Covey encourages us to intentionally schedule renewal in all four areas, right? And that might even mean combining them, going on a walk with a friend that blends physical and social emotional, or studying inspirational literature deepens both the mental and the spiritual renewal. Now, the synergy of balance is powerful. Covey emphasizes that renewal isn't selfish, it's stewardship. Quote, "We are the instruments of our own performance. To be effective, we need to recognize the importance of taking time regularly to sharpen the saw in all four ways," end quote. And when we keep balance, we're better partners, we're better leaders and creators. Okay, here's your takeaway. True renewal is about balance. So our hearts remember, our bodies sustain, our minds stay curious, and our spirits stay alive. So today, enjoy the nostalgia of those first butterflies, maybe even if it's just for laughing at yourself, and strive for renewal and balance for yourself as well. All right, hey, thanks for being part of Morning Cereal this morning. Come back tomorrow, we'll have some more music, meaning, and moments that matter. Hey, have a fantastic day. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Morning Cereal podcast on the One Life Live It channel. You can find more episodes and videos by visiting our YouTube channel and the website at Sean Inglis and at SeanInglis.com, where you can also follow our other podcasts, the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis podcast and the Life Happens podcast. In these other podcasts, we'll dive deeper into everyday issues, self-improvement and well-being, business and finance, and we welcome special guests too. So join us. It'll be a good time, I promise. Thanks again for listening. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.